Hey, welcome back. We have been discussing a sea change that could alter the face of organized labor in Michigan. This time tomorrow, legislation is expected to be approved that might allow workers to avoid union membership in unionized shops. Vinnie Vernuccio is joining us. Vince likes to go by Vinnie, though. Vernuccio, you're from the Mackinac Center for Public Policy, and boy, this really caught a lot of people by surprise. Although this had been talked about for years in Michigan, the fact that the governor had sort of intimated that this wasn't something he was pushing, and now people think he did an about-face. From your standpoint in Michigan, someone who is for this, do you think that the governor was forthright with voters there?
Well, actually, the governor, through his entire tenure, has said that if right to work came to his desk, he would sign it. The difference is that he said it wasn't on his agenda until about last week when he said it was. And, you know, honestly, I think it was a big reaction to what happened in Indiana, where that state gave workers the freedom to choose earlier this year. And Michigan said, hey, right to work states have bigger population growth. They have larger wage growth. They're more attractive for business. They treat workers better. And we have to respond because we want those job creators here in Michigan.
Do they treat workers better? I mean, hasn't it been shown that wages do go down?
No, actually, there's more wage growth in right-to-work states than there is in the non-right-to-work state counterparts. In fact, if you factor in cost of living, workers are actually making more and have more disposable income in right-to-work states than they do in their non-right-to-work state counterparts.
How much of this is political? Because clearly Republicans would love it if every union in this country were immediately evaporated tomorrow, because unions bring voters to Democratic candidates. How much of this is political?
Well, you have to remember, right to work is not anti-union. Right to work simply gives workers the freedom to choose whether or not to pay a union.
Right, but it destabilizes unions. It has the potential of destabilizing unions.
It actually makes unions more accountable and makes them more responsive to their members, because now the unions can't take them for granted. Remember, right to work doesn't affect collective bargaining in any other way except for taking away the union's ability to fire a worker for not paying them. Those workers can still bargain over wages, hours, and working conditions.
Do you think there's going to be a legal challenge here if the governor signs this? Apparently, he is definitely going to sign it. Do you foresee a legal challenge here?
I think big labor is going to throw the kitchen sink at this bill. They're going to try legal challenges. Probably they're also going to try to get this on the ballot in 2 years. So we're going to have a 2-year conversation here in Michigan about whether freedom of choice for workers is right for Michigan. And it's not going anywhere. And look forward to November 2014, because that's when this is going to be back.
All right, we will see how it all plays out there in Michigan. Vinnie Vernuccio, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And we will be right back.
Ted, thanks for having me on.